Hello everybody, welcome back to our playthrough of Neverwinter Nights, the original campaign. We made our way back to Zokan Thunderer with the cure for the Wailing Death.
My people wither and die from the plague. If they are not cured, the name of Zokan Thunderer will be remembered as the Uthgardt chieftain who could not save his tribe from extinction.
Don't worry, Zokan. I have a cure for the plague right here. Take it to heal your people.
I thank you for this COVID quarantine. With this cure, my shamans will heal our tribe. You have saved the people of the Elk. We are children of the land. We have no gold or treasure to give you, but take this spear. It is a treasure of the Elk Tribe, long handed down from father to son among us. You have earned it by saving us from the terrors of the Wailing Death.
Thank you, Zokan. You honor me.
Please, take this token to Yusum, the druid in Barroon as well, as a promise that we will no longer join the Luskan forces against them. Go with the blessings of the Elk COVID quarantine.
Nice, and that was enough experience points to put us over the top. First, let's take a quick peek at the spear. Sounds cool. Uthgardt Ceremonial Spear. Excellent versus giants. Hey, if we had gotten this before heading north, would have been great, but, you know. And massive criticals. They deal 2 extra damage upon criticals. And we also got a Dreamcatcher. Among the Uthgardt, Dreamcatchers are often exchanged to symbolize reconciliation and a willingness to repair damaged relations or resume broken alliances. This particular ornament bears the distinctive marks of the Elk Tribe. Nice. So we got the Dreamcatcher, we got the Ceremonial Spear, we got some ashes. Nice. Let's put back on our warrior's garb, as it were. And let's level up. That'll be fun. Alright, so we have Constitution of 2, and we have Toughness. Max HP is 10 base per level, so we're looking for 13 hit points at the end of this. We're not doing Weapon Master, we're still doing Fighter. Nice, our strength will increase to 22. Nice even number there. We're going to increase Appraise this time, and we're going to increase Lore. Lore's at 19. Persuade's at 9, yeah. Alright, seems good. We get our strength at 15. We're not getting any... Oh no, that was last level. My bad. 16. We don't get any feats. So I'll just redo this until we get 13 hit points. I'll be right back. Alright, that was the one. We got our 13 hit points. Increased strength. Increase lore and appraise. Nice. Our strength is even again, but when we get our belt of fire giant strength, which is going to be a not what I wanted. There we go. Which is going to be an increase of strength plus 5. That will turn even again, and we'll get a bonus to our attack and damage. Nice. We have 4 attacks every round, 5 attacks if you count the haste attack. Solid work. Alright. Now we're done with the Fort Ilkard aspect of this. I'm going to head back to town. Or not to town. I'm going to head back to... Actually, how much loot do we got? We got a good amount of loot. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to teleport back to town. Sell off my stuff. And then we'll head into the... We'll talk to Tomi next, actually. I think Tomi and Dalen. Alright, hello. We're gonna sell you some stuff. Let's just drop off all of our magic and other stuff. I'm not sure why I'm collecting these tomes. I can't use them for anything. We'll hold on to the boots because we can continually cast our stone skin with those. Small shield. This is a hearth shield, +3 and damage resistance to fire. Unfortunately, it's a smaller amount of resistance than what we currently have. Wow, 14,000 gold pieces for that specialized club that can take out constructs. Alright, the Uthgardt ceremonial spear. That one also sells for a very good amount. 18,000. Nice. Alright. Moving forward. Oh, we don't need the ring of protection. And we don't need the plague-ridden blankets anymore. Served its purpose. Solid. Alright. So we are all the way up at nearly 700,000 gold pieces. Look at that. Solid work, everybody. Alright, let's head over to across the way here. We have 2 more people we want to talk to. We want to talk to Tomi and we want to talk to Dalen. Let's do Tomi first.
Nice to see you again. That cheerful Gen fellow brought you here too, huh? Looking for some words of power or summit?
It's good to see you again, Tomi. I was gonna take a long hike and look around for my friend Sammy. I bet he's around here sometimes, but somehow I knew we'd bump into each other again. Well, to make the story short, I kind of was caught doing something I shouldn't have when I was somewhere I shouldn't have been, so Mr. Gen said I had to come and help here, or else. Figures that you'd be here too, my lord. With you being a great hero and all, bet you didn't have to come like I did either. Do you know anything about the words of power, Tomi? Me? Heck no. You might want to trot off to the Coldwood and check it out though. Why? Well, there's always tales of strange things out in those woods. I passed through more than a month back, and I remember seeing some ruins off the path. My guide said they belonged to some wealthy mage who locked herself away in there long ago, and that she used to collect a lot of strange things, so who knows? Old acquaintance of mine is in that area too. Name's Vash. I wouldn't trust him further than I could throw him, which ain't far, and he knows the Coldwood well. I would be honored to have you join up with me, Tomi. Okie dokie, my lord.
Eh? What can Tommy do for you?
I just want to talk. Oh, and what did you have in mind, my lord? Have you always been a rogue, Tomi? Funny you should ask that, my lord. I was an urchin on the streets of Calimport, first and foremost, and that's where I learned me street smarts, but it wasn't always that way. In fact, when I was a tender young lad, a kindly human wizard saw great promise in me and took me in. I was his apprentice, in fact, for quite some time. That's where I met my best friend, Sammy, after all. He was another apprentice. I would have been a full wizard myself if things had worked out. Went wrong? What went wrong? Well, you know, you can take the lad out of the street, but you can't take the street out of the lad. I wasn't about much for books and studying and all. That wizard, what was his name? Halasher? He saw something in me that I never saw. Said I would make a wizard whether I liked it or not. I thought I would make a wonderful thief if I could be invisible and fly around all the time. I just couldn't wait. Halasher, Halasahir, my bad, I totally mispronounced it the first time, had all these pretty things in his tower, unfortunately. So you stole them? Of course I stole them. What kind of a rogue do you think I am? Not a good price on the streets, too. Got a good price on the streets, too, even though Halasahir beat me back black and blue by the time I returned. Once I swiped Halasahir's spell book and sold that for a pretty price. Boy, was that old man furious. There was a storm brewing around his tower by the time I got back. Of course, I had to lie and say that Sammy took the book. Come to think of it, that's how Sammy got kicked out of his apprenticeship. You got your friend kicked out? Well, he wasn't much of a wizard, and old Sammy wasn't my friend back then anyway. I made it up to him by becoming his pal later, once I stopped being an apprentice. The story, the end of my apprenticeship is quite the story itself. I should tell you that sometime if you're interested. That would be later, though. Right now, we got a city to save, right?
Eh?
Let's keep going. Was I telling a story, my lord? Oh, right, about the end of my apprenticeship with Halasahir. Well, wizards are a funny lot, you know. No self-respecting thief would go poking his nose into places where it's sure to get cut off, but wizards run like moths into bonfires. Halasahir was no different. He didn't want me to find out, of course, but I had a way of sneaking about around his tower without him knowing, and I saw him summoning demons. Demons? So he was an evil man then? I don't know about evil. We are talking about Kalimshan here. I knew of two noblemen alone who had a succubus doing their house cleaning. Anyway, this demon seemed harmless enough. Halasahir and it had some laughs, and it tickled the mage's belly until he was giggling like a schoolgirl. Soon after Halasahir dismissed it and left, I decided I would call up this demon and see just how much riches he could give me. It didn't really seem like such a big thing at the time. You consorted with a demon? Sheesh, you make it sound like we got married and ran off to the Dales to live in bliss. I only summoned it once, my lord. Gosh. So I read a bit of the wizard's spell book and summoned the demon, right? Well, the demon looks all surprised and sees me, and he just laughs and laughs and laughs. So I ask him what's so damn funny, right? He says, why, you little one. He has this big booming voice. And all I can think of is, boy, I'm going to be so rich. So what happened? Well, I shout at him and demand that he makes me rich, right? And he laughs again. So I say he better make me powerful then, figuring that's maybe just as good. So he laughs again. Finally he calms down and he says, okay, and gives me a magic wand. Says that it will give me all the power I need, and poof, he's gone. Boy, that wand got me into so much trouble. Why? What did it do? Heh, I'll have to tell you about that one what the wand did sometime later, maybe. Let's just say Halasahir wasn't happy about it. Anyway, I'm sure you got more important things to do, right, my lord? I guess there's no harm in it. It was such a big mess, though, my lord. If you'll remember, the wee demon had given me a wand, So he left. After he left, I decided it needed to be tested out. Exactly. It was exhilarating, my lord. The power at my disposal. I had my apprentice chores to do, and decided the wand should do them for me. I animated a broom to do my bidding, and it began to clean the floors. I used the wand to make a bucket that never ran short of water. I made the tables walk, the cauldrons dance, the chairs four-step. It was marvelous. I waved my wand, and everything came to life. So what went wrong? Getting some Sorcerer's Apprentice vibes from Mickey, the sorcerer. Well, the broom was the first problem. It began cleaning more than the floors. It started sweeping the shelves, knocking Halasahir's components about and breaking things. I couldn't make it stop. In a panic, I hacked the broom apart with an axe. But then both halves became brooms. I kept hacking, and suddenly the room was filled with brooms. They were breaking everything. In my haste, I knocked over the bucket, and suddenly the tower began filling up with water. The table was attacking me. I couldn't do anything. The tower was being destroyed. Chaos! Chaos! Oh, the humanity. And then Halasahir came back. I can't imagine he was pleased. No, he wasn't pleased. He looked down at me all mad and disappointed. He was so scary I thought I'd pee my britches. He snatched the wand from me and he broke it, and that made all the madness stop. Oh, and he yelled at me. He practically threw me out of the tower and told me never to return. The bright news is, I heard Halasahir told some writer about it, and that writer thought it was so amusing he made a play. Think it will be a musical? That's horrible. Don't you feel bad at all? You know, I do feel a bit bad about the whole thing. Not for me. I knew I was no wizard. I feel bad for Halasahir. He did treat me pretty good, all things considered. He had a bunch of rare components destroyed that night. Worst of all was these ashes. The ashes of a great warrior. They were for his longevity potion. I've always thought I should try to make it up to him one day. Find him those ashes, maybe, unless he's gone and died of old age. I have these ashes of an Uthgardt hero. Would they serve? Well, now maybe they wouldn't that. Let me think. I think that would serve for Halasahir's longevity potion just fine. Thank you, my lord. Since you're such a friend, let me give you this. It's a powerful ring that I stole from Sammy way back. Maybe you could use it. Thank you, Tomi. It's not a problem, my lord. Least I could do. It's the one thing I stole off Sammy that was valuable enough for me to keep. I'll send these ashes off to Halasahir as soon as I get the chance. I wonder if he'll still accept an apprentice at my age. You want to become a wizard now? Sure, why not? With some magic at hand, I could be the greatest thief that Kalimport has ever known. Again. Ha ha. Let's get underway then, my friend. We'll find your words of power, and then I'll put an end to evil, for even more adventure awaits us afterwards. I'm sure of it. Nice. So we got ourselves an upgraded Ring of the Rogue. There's now +4 bonus to dexterity and +2 to all the skills here that rogues might use. We don't have much use for it, but it is what it is. It is an upgrade over the last ring we had. And we get some experience points for completing the quest. Nice. Let's talk to Dalen Red Tiger.
Greetings and well met. It is good to look upon you once more. No doubt Aaron Gend has brought you here to aid in the search for the words of power.
It's good to see you again, Dalen Red Tiger. After Erebus' betrayal, I meant to travel the north in search of the quest to prove of myself to my tribe. Yet even as we parted ways, I suspected we would meet once more, COVID. And then I heard of Aaron Gen's call for all who would serve the cause of Neverwinter to join the Lord's Alliance here at Barrowin as well. A holy place to the Uthgardt. I thought it might be a sign from my gods. After all you have done for Neverwinter, I knew you would be here, COVID. That's why I came. To join with you once more. I feel our fates are bound together. Do you know anything about the words of power, Dalen? I have heard nothing of these words, though recent events concerning the Uthgardt Elk Tribe might be worth investigating. How so? The Uthgardt Tribe has allied itself with the Luskan forces. As incredible as it sounds, they have attacked Fort Ilkard and the settlers' farm to the south. I am of the Red Tiger Tribe, but there are values and beliefs common to all the Uthgardt people. We are warriors and hunters, not bloodthirsty savages. The Uthgardt are a people of honor. I believe some evil force is at work, a dark taint that has polluted the noble spirit of the Elk Tribe. There can be no other explanation for their actions. I only mentioned the Elk Tribe because you ask, COVID. If you allow me to join you once more, I will of course follow wherever you choose to go. I would be honored to have you join up with me again, Dalen. Then once more, my blade is yours to command, COVID.
Yes? Is there something you need?
I just want to talk for a while. My strength is in weapons, not words, COVID. I wouldn't mind knowing your thoughts on Erebus' betrayal. Why do you think she did it? There are some who claim Erebus betrayed Neverwinter out of grief. Others say she seeks to avenge Fenthic's death out of some perverse sense of justice. There are even those who say she was driven mad by Fenthic's execution and is not aware of what she's doing. But I think I think something else drives her now. What do you think her reason is? Neverwinter turned its back on her. The city rejected her, and its people cast her out. There is no pain so great as being turned away by those you most want to take you in. What are you talking about? They never turned her out. Perhaps not, but Erebus no doubt felt that they did. The people blamed Fenthic enough to kill him. How could she not feel they despised her as well? And then Lord Nasher sent her to Port Last with Aaron Gen. It was obvious Lord Nasher wanted an excuse to send her away from the city. No doubt he thought it best to calm the people and keep Erebus from suffering their wrath as Fenthic had, but in her grief she would have seen it as a cold and brutal rejection, a symbolic banishment. Sounds like you think she was justified. I'm not saying that Erebus did what Erebus did was right, or even justified, but there is a tale among the Uthgardt, an ancient legend of consequences and betrayal. Fenthic's execution and Erebus' betrayal remind me of a tale of my own people. I only hope Neverwinter does not suffer the same fate as the Uthgardt. What fate would that be? Perhaps later I will tell you the tale, but now is not the time for me to speak of this. We must focus on finding the words of power for Aaron Gend if we are to save Neverwinter.
Yes? Is there something...
We should focus on finding the words of power for Aaron Gen, but I suppose I could spare some time to share with you the legend of my people I mentioned earlier. I want to hear it. In ancient times, all the Uthgardt tribes were one, a mighty nation under the great hero King Uthgardt. Our people were indomitable in battle. None dared stand against Uthgardt when he wielded his great spear. It is said no weapon could harm him when he brandished the spear over his head. Go on. But against our greatness, the armies of our enemies amassed, goblins, orcs, ogres, and other creatures too foul to mention. A dark host marched forth from the mountains to battle Uthgardt and his people. According to the tale, there was a young boy who desired nothing more than to be a great hero of the Uthgardt. When news of the invasion came, he swore he would join the ranks of men as a warrior. He was a mere child, not even a youth, and the warriors told him to stay with the women and infants. But the boy was brave and stubborn, and he would not accept this. What did the boy do? The night before the battle, the boys crept into Uthgard's tent and stole his magic spear. Then the boy marched out in the darkness to face the horde alone. But he was a child. He did not even know where he was going, and he soon became lost in the woods. In the morning, Uthgard woke to find his spear gone. He was forced to march against the enemy without it. The battle raged fierce and bloody, and many warriors fell before the enemy broke and fled. But even victory came with a terrible cost from Uthgard, father out of our people. He was felled by an arrow through the eye. What about the boy with the spear? After many days, the boy found his way back to the camp. Those who saw him with the spear quickly understood what had happened, and they blamed him for Uthgard's death. They cast him out forever, banishing him from the tribe. The boy fled, taking the spear with him. He had only wanted to prove himself a warrior. He had only wanted to help defend the tribe. His motives were honorable, but his actions had tragic consequences, and the Uthgard could not forgive him, just as the Neverwinter could not forgive Fentik. But the tale did not end there. How did it end? The boy vanished. He was never seen again, and neither was Uthgard's spear, the symbol and source of the Uthgard nation's power and might. Without the spear, my people were vulnerable, and our enemies fell upon us. The great nation of the Uthgard was splintered into small tribes. Never again would we know the glory of our past. Had the Uthgard forgiven the boy, he and the spear would have remained, and the empire would have stayed strong. Had Neverwinter forgotten Fentik, Erebeth might not have betrayed the city she loved. I see your point. There's a reason in the fall of the Uthgard. There's a lesson in the fall of the Uthgard, a lesson Neverwinter would do well to heed. There is hope for the city yet, just as there is hope for the Uthgard. There is more to the legend of Uthgard's spear, Covid. Perhaps I will tell you this tale, but now is not the time for me to speak of this. We must focus on finding the words of power for Erengend if we are to save Neverwinter.
Yes?
I promised to tell you the rest of the tale of Uthgard's spear when the time was right, Covid. That time has now come. As you know, I am on a vision quest to prove myself a true Uthgard warrior. Last night, I had a vision to guide me on my quest. Tell me about your vision. I had seen the spear in my dreams. According to the legends of my people, the Uthgard tribes will never be united until Uthgard's spear is found. This is how I must prove myself worthy of my tribe, Covid. I must find Uthgard's spear, though I do not know where to look. Do not fear it, Covid. As long as you seek the words of power, my blade shall serve you, and in serving you, perhaps I will find the spear. Dang it, we just sold that spear. Alright, I've come to believe it is the will of the gods that I stay by your side. You found my mother's brooch. You avenged her murder. I cannot help but feel you are destined to help me in this as well. Alright, don't worry, Dalen. We'll find Uthgard's spear. I promise. Thank you, Covid. Your promise means much to me, for you are a man of true honor. I know my quest will end in success. For now, we must focus on finding the words of power. Erengend is counting on us. Alright, come with me, Dalen. We'll go spend a lot of money to reclaim the spear that we just sold. Hey, Nurik. How's it going?
Hey, I'll take...
Where's the spear?
Yes?
Alright. I have come to believe it is the will of the gods I stay by your side. You found my mother's brooch. You avenged her murder. I cannot help but feel you are destined to help me in this as well. I have a spear here. Is this the Uthgard spear? Yes, this is the spear from my dreams. Uthgard's spear. Because of you, I can return to my people with proof my spirit is worthy of the Red Tiger tribe. I can never properly repay you for this gift, Covid, but please take this small token of my gratitude. It was a gift from my mother before she died. Thank you for this reward, Dalen. The talisman has powerful magical properties, though I know it is hardly a suitable reward for all you have done for me. Alas, the only other thing I can do is offer you my continued service. What are you going to do with the spear now, Dalen? I will bring Uthgard's spear back to my tribe and present it to our council of elders. I have no doubt they will declare my spirit worthy of the Red Tiger tribe. I imagine my chieftain will summon an intertribal council so that all the Uthgard tribes will know the artifact has been found. This is an event of great importance to my people, Covid. According to the legends, the return of Uthgard's spear heralds the return of Uthgard himself to be born among our tribes. They say it signals a return to the glory of our ancient past. And what about you? I cannot say for certain. Perhaps I will be hailed as a hero and showered with riches and honors by the chieftains of my people, or perhaps I will simply be welcomed back into the tribe. The elders could allow me to take a wife and raise a son of my own amongst the Uthgard people. Either would be pleasing to me, Covid. I have proven myself worthy, and for the first time I feel truly at peace with my place in the world. I'm gonna miss you, Dalen. I long to return to my people, Covid, and reclaim my place among my tribe, but I will not abandon you or break my promise to serve. As long as you have need of me, I will stand by your side and aid you in the search for the words of power. Only after they have been recovered will I return to my tribe. Alright, well, I guess we didn't have anything better to do with the money, but now we have a amulet of the Uthgardt +4, which gives us an increase of +4 to our strength. Nice. And that'll actually be the +1 that we need for increase in strength. Even though we might get the +5 belt, I don't know if we'll ever get a more strength than what we currently have as far as the bonuses go. So yeah, I think this is going to be our maxed out strength modifier of +11. Unless there's something else I'm forgetting. Maybe stronger gloves? I can't quite remember. In any case, let's go drop off Uthgardt. Or not Uthgardt. The man has a name. Let's drop off Dalen back at the Aaron's Lodge. Come with me, Dalen. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Oh, stand over here. Get back in line. Yeah, close enough.
Is there something you need?
I think I do better off of my own. Are you certain? There will be no way to refund the fee you paid me earlier. Do you really want me to leave? Yeah, go. Then we shall part ways, though I will wait here in case you reconsider and wish to join me again. Farewell, my lord. Yeah, man. We're out of here. Can I not sneak past the chair? I can sneak past the chair. Which is bad pathing. Alright, so we definitely lost money because we sold the spear first for, what, 18,000 gold pieces and then bought it for 75,000 gold pieces. Sheesh. So we're back down to 600,000 gold pieces because I forgot to hold on to the spear and hand it to Dalen. Alright everybody, we are back at Fort Ilkard and we're going to head south here into the ruins. A tree. And a corpse. People just stashing expensive gems into a tree. That's cool. That's cool. No worries, man. Oh, dang. Look at that scythe. You could cut a lot of grass and grains with that, baby. Let me tell you. Oh, hey, it's cultists. More archers with no bows. Oh my goodness, we finally found a cultist archer that actually has a bow. How cool is that? Yo, cult leader. How's it hanging? Okay. I thought as much. Cultist journal. This is the journal of a cult member. It would appear that at one point in time, this cultist was a nobleman, due to the constant reminiscences of the days of wealth and privilege. Excerpt. I amuse myself today with memories of the annual fox hunt at the Vintner estate. There were some old ruins back in the woods behind the southern fields that the fox might head for. As we researched the ruins today, I imagined what the words of power that the words of power were the fox and I the hound. The others must have thought I was cracking up when I started to laugh for no apparent reason, but I suddenly conjured up the image of Lord Vintner as a bespectacled hound, and I couldn't help myself. Well, this guy seems to fit right in with this with this cult. Can't possibly understand why he joined. Seems crazy based on his background. Don't mind me, just wasting trolls. Alright, so we finished the loop, now to loot. we already got that one. So if I remember correctly, these different lights, some of them cause good effects, some of them cause bad effects. Oh, right here, stones. Volcanus oak seed. This is actually a quest item for one of your people. You can try passing through some of these lights and see what kind of effects you get. So, level drain. Now we get to test out the amulet that Grimnog gave us. So, it doesn't remove the level drain. It just, no, I don't even want that amulet. I want this amulet. I'll just protect it in case you do get hit. Come on, give me some crits. Give me some crits. There we go. Take him down. You ain't nothing. That's right. Let's see if another one of these... Oh, more level drain. Oof. Ooh. Crunchar. That one tried to hit me with a flame strike spell. That one gave me some buffs. That one gave me increased strength and AC increased. Let's just walk through all of them, see what we get. That one, I think, did the same thing, maybe? That might have tried to heal me. That one summoned something. Oh, another Crunchar. That one healed nothing, but it would have healed me. That one also would have healed me. Another Flame Strike. A spell I resisted. Oh, more level drain. A little bit of damage. Alright, well, we ran through a bunch of them. We got some level drain, but also some other buffs. Alright. I'm just going to check over here in the upper right hand corner to make sure I'm not missing anything. But I think we will soon call this the end of our episode. And in the next episode, we will head into the ruins there. Good. We're missing out on a little bit of loot. Head into those ruins there and start our search for the words of power within the ruins. Oh, nice. A gray render. What a beast. Down he goes. Alright, back to the ruins. Some interesting stuff. Already grabbed that. Oh hey, another Crunchar. These altars do anything? They don't appear to. Well, there's just some magical mystery here. On we go. It looks like the negative level was only temporary, not permanent. Which is interesting, because usually that type of thing is permanent. Alright, next episode we will head inside and find the secrets of this ruin. I'll catch you guys next time.